What's up guys, NFJJ back at it with another video. I hope you do enjoy, and if you do, hit that like button and leave a comment down below. Also, almost 90% of the people watching my videos aren't actually subscribed, so if you like NASCAR videos and enjoy my content, consider subscribing because it's free and you can unsubscribe at any time. Anyways guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Had a very eventful week, and let's go back to first practice, BP. He got in somebody else's oil.
Yes, the 86 Mike Cope had an engine problem going down in turn one, and Kurt Busch turns through it, and he gets in the oil and spins, and man, that thing snaps around and right in the wall. So that is the truck that he's using today, is their Homestead truck for next week.
Trouble front straightaway. Spinning across the racetrack is rookie Kurt Busch. Can he keep it down in the grass? Bill Elliott dives to pit road to avoid him. And Kurt Busch will slide to a stop. Caution is out. A lot of smoke also down at turn one from one car that may have gotten rear-ended back there. Well, that smoke abates. Look at Busch.
He comes up off the corner there. He wanted to get back in line, but guess what? Joe Nemechek was there.
Ward Burton just barely getting by there in the black and yellow car.
He just thought he had a spot in line, and it was closed up on him.
Kurt Busch's car slid some. The toughest places on this racetrack are right there. The exit of turn 4 and down the short chute entering turn 1, because you're looking at the cars either head on or tail on from the top of the roof, and it's very difficult to tell distance between those cars front to back.
That's a good point, Mike, because I got honest with you, this is the best I've ever been able to see the Daytona.
Action on the track. Got a crash. It's Kurt Busch with a hard crash.
That's too bad. He was flying.
He was running very, very well. Looks like he might have tested that safer barrier one more time.
He was in 17th place at the time of the accident. All right, survey says.
Who's he racing with there?
We're here, and it's a red car.
Jimmy Spencer?
Yeah. That would be what, the third or fourth time this year that they've tangled?
He's on the inside of Jimmy Spencer. Down that long straightaway, Kurt moves over to get some air between the two cars. Get to turn 3. He
just booted him out of the way.
Wow, that's not good.
No. I mean, here you got a guy coming, okay, he passed him clean, and you can see the car was slowing up in front of you. I don't think Kurt's going to let that one go over too easy.
Busy. Oh! Kurt Busch, Rusty Wallace. And no others. Everybody else dodges.
3 wide didn't work too good.
No, it never does at Martinsville. That's what happens here with Rusty. Rusty kind of slides up, and then they just tried making it 3 wide.
Boy, he can't fault anybody there.
No.
Here's what put us onto the 14th caution of the race.
Car trying to take off is a 97 of Kurt Busch, right along with Kevin Harvick as he dives down, goes to the inside.
See Schrader there on the inside. He got away with it.
Race car weighs what, 3,400 pounds? It's not easy to pop a wheel.
Down his neck. Neither can he. No, neither can he. Kurt Busch.
Kurt Busch is 7th in the championship. Some pretty heavy damage there, Dave. Top right of the screen.
Yep.
He was under somebody.
Yep, he lost the left rear, and unfortunately, Kurt Busch was right there.
That's Kurt Busch cannot catch a break, but they hit these safer barriers, and both guys drive away.
Yeah. Amen, man. Those things are great.
The other car that is unmarked is the one right in front of Junior, and that's the Home Depot Chevy.
Whoa! Oh, man, Jimmy Johnson.
Oh.
I knew that. Hard hit by Jeff Burton in the 31. Oh, right into Kurt Busch. Busch in the 97. Nowhere for him to go. Oh, my gosh. That was a hard lick.
That was Jeff Burton saying he was fine. A head-on between Burton and Kurt Busch. Well, you see Busch is steering the car to a stop.
That was a heavy lick.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm all right.
You see Jimmy Johnson, he gets down under Jeff Burton, and he just washes up into him. And this right here, just right up in front of, almost
what a
nose
lick.
to nose.
Now at that time, Busch is still traveling over 100 miles an hour.
You heard the spotter tell me he's inside.
Uh-oh, don't look.
Oh. Goodness gracious. Kurt went down there and hit the. And Kurt knocked the heck out of the inside wall after he got into Burt.
Dale, you're running so fast around this racetrack. All it takes is just a little nudge to get you out of shape.
Yeah, it does. We saw that with Bobby Jr. there a minute ago. Now watch Kurt. He continues on. Down the hill he goes. He thinks he's probably got control until he gets right here. Bam. Hits it again.
And checking on championship leader Jimmy Johnson, who in the first opening 7-lap run of the race. Oh, trouble.
Down in turn 4, Kurt Busch again. And he just came off of pit road. I mean, he just left pit lane.
Yeah, I don't think this is fixable.
He heads back to the garage. Caution number 2. Those 2 tires. You see him there, right there on the bottom. And that car takes off again, just like it did in turn 2. Right in front of the leaders. In front of his brother.
And he hit that wall hard that time.
Yeah, something's bad wrong with that car.
Spring rubbers, all.
Well, you get Matt Kenseth the outside on a restart. Oh, Kurt Busch. He had a tire go down earlier, fell back off the lead lap, and now.
And he was sitting there 1 lap down. First car 1 lap down. That's going to do him. Pretty much done him in.
Car that led 107 laps in the early going.
That thing's.
Day for Jack Roush and crew, but now Matt Kenseth.
We got a car in the wall.
Turn 2, Kurt Busch, and I mean he has pounded it.
Caution will wave here with 11 to go.
Boy, that car is skinny. Look at that thing, Larry.
Has all the look that a right front tire did go down on that 2 car.
My. See Kurt moving around in the car. He is okay. Here he is, middle of your screen.
This is where it's gonna. This is when it hurts the worst. You're right in the middle
there.
of the corner.
You saw it when it blew.
Yeah.
I mean, dead in the middle of
right in the middle of the corner. You're already back in the gas.
And Kurt again had worked his way back onto the lead lap.
It would be just like somebody walking up to you and poking you in the gut as hard as they can when it does that.
Right here.
You see Kurt Busch gets totally
sideways.
out of control.
Yeah.
And then that's when Reed Sorensen came to the scene. Really nothing Reed could do right there.
Lifted their tires up. Yeah, he was getting ready to spin out till Reed Sorensen got there. We had quite a few laps on the tires there. These cars just continue to get loose and sideways for these drivers. It's unfortunate for Reed Sorensen, who's having a pretty good night, that he was just in the wrong place at the wrong.
Keep both these battles in this shot. Great job, guys, down the stretch. Look out, trouble. Kurt's into the wall. Boyer's in it as well. And Kurt's getting the worst of it.
Like a little bump drafting going on right there, trying to gain the advantage. Looked like the 48 got into the back of him a little bit.
Boy, he almost came back out onto the track. Let's go back.
Here's what Andy was talking about. The 48 was right on the 2. Looks like he might have got into him a little hard and turned him.
Yeah, he was trying to help him pass this 33 car, Clint Boyer, but yeah, kind of went bad there.
It's a hard lick at 180 miles an hour.
And then Boyer tags Kurt Busch. There's where the front wheel came from, maybe off of this 2 car. Yeah, there it comes loose. And then Kurt takes a pretty hard lick here on this inside wall. We've been talking about the safety, you know, or lack thereof, on this back straightaway at this track. I mean, it's, you know, the grass is kind of a situation that's really hard to deal with when you have these cars getting off into it.
It was a situation that track officials were addressing.
Trouble at Talladega has brought out the caution flag for the 8th time. Bobby Labonte climbing from his car after a hard crash in turn number 2. It's Michael Waltrip in the 15 behind Labonte in the 47.
Landon Castle got a piece of that also. See here.
Well,
Kurt Busch.
Hard look for Kurt Busch and Bobby Labonte.
It looked like that when we'd followed Michael Waltrip and Bobby Labonte that Bobby was really loose with his car. He wasn't able to turn it a lot of times and would have to chase it up the track. And you're right,
Wow.
that was really hard lick there at the end.
You just know where to go for Kurt Busch.
Got a crash. We've got a crash. It's Kurt Busch.
Kurt Busch having a solid day until now, Alan.
Hard crash for Kurt, who had just come off the pit lane after a green flag stop.
We blew out a left front tire.
Yeah, it's hard to tell from that exactly what happened, but he was definitely out of shape when he got there.
Yeah, you could see that looked like something definitely happened as he got down in. The car just turned sideways and then hard into the wall. Carrying a lot of speed over that tunnel turn and not much time to get things woed down.
Bobby Labonte's in it, Strimmi's in it, Jeff Gordon down to the ground.
Nothing else coming from behind you.
And Kurt Busch went over and over.
Squeezes to the outside.
And that's Yaley
and that shoved Yaley down. And look at that 78 car upside down and then lands on top of Ryan Newman's 39 car.
Bobby Labonte involved. Bit. And that contact with Stenhouse was enough. Then he comes down into Ambrose, and it's on.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. in that 88 just squeezed by.
There's Danica. She almost went over.
You see Danica up and against the wall with Terry Labonte.
Michael Waltrip.
This race out of turn 2. Spin down the back straightaway, and it's Kurt Busch.
Kurt Busch.
Still had theirs.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Kurt did a nice job. The night car was running well. Top 11 there. That's a hard hit on that inside wall.
And thank goodness for safer barriers there.
Whoa, here
Stewart
goes Smoke around into Biffle.
Tony Stewart goes around. And caution waves yet again.
More cars.
Kurt Busch and Greg Biffle, a hard hit.
Off of the 16 is what sucked the 14 around, and that is an incredibly hard hit. My gosh, I'm glad. Oh, and then here comes
Neither could control their car, and I don't think either one could see.
And I think the initial contact, Larry, was when the 14 started up a little bit and they kind of touched it, and that just got the 14 loose.
Look at the speed of Biffle into that wall.
What's this thing? Pow.
Hold on to it.
And it looks as though another incident coming out of turn 2, and this time it's Kurt Busch in the 41. And a lot of damage to the back of the 41. So that's the 9th caution of the evening. And a couple hard hits.
Is what do you do, Rick? You've run 5 hard laps on your tires. There's 40 laps to go. If you're Kyle Larson, Martin Truex Jr., Kevin Harvick, going to be very difficult to pit from. Yes, the left rear tire is definitely down. If you go back and watch that left rear tire on the 27, doesn't go completely flat, but you see the air come out of it. It gets slack, gets close to the rim. As he walks up the racetrack,
fuel mileage, but obviously up. We've got a caution.
Caution on the racetrack. The 14 of Clint Boyer involved.
Hold the brake.
Also the 41 of Kurt Busch.
This is Paul Menard that got loose. Wow.
And that was, Kurt Busch would have avoided this, but the 14.
Went back across the racetrack right in front.
Yeah, the 41 of Kurt Busch.
Big impact.
There's a car in front of Clint.
A cleanup's going to have to take place here.
It's amazing.
So violent.
Cars.
Oh, Kurt Busch! Around off the bumper of Blaney.
Truex not able to avoid this one. Or Bowman.
Oh, Bowman's got it.
That area, that left rear that turns him around.
Collects half the field. It was on from there.
Bottom. Inside. They're wrecking behind us. Inside. Caution. Watch your inside.
Flap flies off. Oh, around goes the 18. The 42 collects the 17 as well. The 62 upside down. Brendan Gaughan upside down as he went back in front of the pack.
We're wrecked here, guys.
It just hooked him. And look at Brendan Gaughan just flipped right over. It's like the nose of that Chevrolet just can't quite push him straight.
Oh, we got a crash.
48 goes around. The big one happening. The one's upside down.
Big wreck behind you.
Kurt Busch climbed all over the top of the 41 of Custer. The 2 is around. Playoff contenders.
Gets him turned around. Now, off the ride. Kurt Busch way up in the air. Fortunately, Kane.
All of this happened. Steve.
Rick, we've seen a bunch of replays. I happened to be listening to the 48 when the accident happened because of that debris.